The Nerlin Nerds podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Nerlin Nerds with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the pop culture topics that interest us and those minor details that irritate us. There is not... We are not getting a second season drop-off far.
No. They've escalated everything. She is now a certified diver.
Yes.
Yeah, like, your boy could play the organ. Tim Robbins, the mayor over here, is playing, like, 5D chess with everyone in the entire Salt Silo.
And yeah, including people he used to bang, apparently.
And the people closest to him.
And apparently, and with Common, it takes his wife to get him to grow a pair of balls. Good on her.
But Common is still working that tweener line.
Yeah, he's the gray Jedi in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, he knows how to play the game, plus his wife knows how to play the game. Because she was in the game.
Right.
What was she? She was part of Judicial.
And then now she's in IT.
Right, okay. So she knows it all.
Yeah.
She was in Judicial, where her husband is now. And she was currently in IT, which is where Mayor came from.
Correct.
So she should know how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like Common. The speech that he gave.
Ooh, man.
To send...
That got me going.
To send everybody after these people. Good on him. This man just keeps killing it.
I love the...
I wish he dropped
yeah, we're jumping ahead.
No, I know, but we were talking about Common, so...
Yeah, no, because it's... Well, I mean, that all starts with him and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
That storyline, and that she... They're trying to figure out a way to diffuse, I guess, the whole situation, and then they come up with the idea of impeaching the judge.
Correct.
Which you mentioned off mic.
Yep.
And
I wrote that down. I was like, okay, so we've got...
There's rules.
We knew there was a form of government, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't know, if it was just the mayor running shit or whatever. You had a judge.
And what we were struggling with last week was, so they go off of the pact,
right?
Is what Judicial runs off of. But then, the leaders
have that. What was
the order?
Thank you. We talked about it briefly last week when I was like, that's their Bible.
Right.
Zahn Solo hasn't mentioned that yet. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on it in a minute.
Yeah.
So yes, the judge knows what she's doing because she's been in the game for a while. That's why Silo's awesome, because it's all it is politics with a bunch of shit going down. I mean, you're talking rebellions and Freedom Day and all that shit. She knows how to play the game.
Yeah.
Well.
Correct. Yeah.
But all she wants to do is get the fuck out.
Except she's playing chess at maybe 2 moves ahead.
Right.
She's not playing 5-10 moves ahead. Which is where Tim Robbins is.
He is. What's the Russian guy the chess master who never loses or never lost?
Kasparov.
Is that him?
Well, that's the dude who took on IBM, Think Blue or whatever it was.
That guy.
Yeah.
Tim Robinson's better than him.
Yeah.
He is. I did not see what was about to happen at all. But we'll get to that. So
I wasn't surprised though, but yeah.
No, neither was I.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it coming just out of the blue. We always wondered why. I think we talked about it last week. Oh, she's so beautiful. We talked about it last week, the deep down, the mechanical.
Yeah.
They have the power.
Correct, yeah.
And we've talked about that. They finally figured it out. Who's the leader of mechanical? I want to call him Bodhi, but he's not.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to look it up, but yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the guy with the Merc haircut.
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Between him and the lady...
Actually, like 5 of them have that haircut down there.
I think the chick who's with him has it, but she's got braids on the side, too.
Which is always...
She's a badass.
Yeah, it stirs something in you.
Yeah, it is. She's dope. So Mechanical finally figured it out. Like, between the three of them, I can never remember the
the old lady.
Yeah,
Walk is what they call it. Yeah, she's like Walker or something, but
they call her Walk.
Yeah,
the one who'd been in her room for 25 years. Yeah, well, she came out and shows fucking violence. Like, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna make up for 25 fucking years. Quietly.
Well, again, somebody who's been in the deep down, but she's been tapped into the radio and listens to all the communications.
And sees everything that comes down, and she's tinkering with shit, and she sees all the...
She's a watcher, I mean, essentially.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
So...
she's the deep down equivalent to Common.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, seen it all.
Yeah.
Have everything.
And knows how to manipulate and move pieces.
And then they showed the wall with the names, which... Very lost. I can't wait. Those people who signed their names and then went through the tunnel. Because they were talking about, I just assumed these are the people's names who died something.
Like building the silo. Right. And he's like, but what if these are the people from the rebellion?
Correct.
Like, and again, just small little quick scenes like that that are like, it's like, oh, we're definitely going to come back to that, but we're not going to deal with that in this moment.
It made sense, them leading up to what they were trying to do, which is make their way up to the top to do a truce, basically.
Yeah, they want to negotiate.
Yeah, exactly. We run shit down here. You never come down here. And they played their hand on the way up, which was genius. Red Ball turned that shit fucking off, and everybody freaked the fuck out. Literally freaked the fuck. They were just like...
That's why you don't fuck with the people that make your food.
Right.
Keep your power on.
Correct.
Don't fuck with them. Clean up after you. Don't fuck with them.
No, absolutely not. That's why I like to tip big. I am not yelling or cussing at anybody.
No.
I'm not doing any of that.
Never.
Who's handling my food, my service, my car, my house. Like, no.
No, yeah.
No, they had to, no.
Yeah, that's when,
They're in charge of shit that you don't know about.
Correct. That you can't do.
Like, no YouTube video will help me.
No.
Fix whatever the fuck you're going to do to me behind my back.
Yeah.
And they proved that, which was a very cool scene.
Yeah.
Because it showed Common and everybody else and the mayor, drained white face, blood drained from their faces, and all the citizens that were there, and then the four mechanical.
It's called bargaining power.
And the four with the bargaining power were just like, you were saying?
But then that's when Tim Robbins figures out.
Yeah, that's when he's like,
he was 3 moves ahead of them.
Correct.
And then, but I love that scene in that the mechanical realizes what's going on, and they get out of the judge's office after she's been stabbed, which again it's like, okay, like well played, but head mechanical guy goes, walk. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If we run, they're gonna know something's up. Walk until we're clear, and then we run
then we're
like
gonna
hell.
Take off. Yeah. Right. They should have had another ball to drop.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, Tim Robbins is thinking 16 moves ahead. So, circle back to that before we get to Zan Solo over here. The judge flipped shit on my head when she was talking to the...
Stargazer dude?
Yeah. And he was like, well, I think it's these things I don't know, and I think we're going to do it. And she went, shh.
And she dropped, 2,000 years
worth of knowledge.
Yeah.
And then said, now you could go spend
astronomy
5 years down in the mines. Yeah. I went, how the fuck does she know that?
Well, she's had access to,
But I mean, that is some fucking deep shit.
Yeah.
Like, that is some before times knowledge.
But also, think about that dude. Like, now he goes back down into the mines. Like,
he just learned new words.
Yes, yeah. Like,
stars and sun and gas.
But that, we're not the center of the universe. I mean, and you go, but it's a wonderful scene to show the so-called ignorance of the people in the silo, and that I mean, they've kind of hit on it, but like that idea of like they have forgotten everything.
Correct. But yet there are a handful of people,
yeah,
obviously, that are in the no.
Yeah.
But they still, I don't think anybody knows what happened, because she says that too. When she's looking at the VR.
Yeah.
Another beautiful fucking scene, by the way.
Yeah.
Really beautiful
Very
scene.
well played, like.
Yeah. Like, I just poisoned you. Now here, put this on real quick.
But also, like Tim Robbins in that scene, like, conveying through his action, like, how many times he's put on that VR headset. He knows exactly where the monkey is.
Now look up to here, and he knows that's another thing about the knowledge.
Yeah.
That so far we know 2 people, and Zon Solo has a lot of fucking knowledge too, which I have questions about. We're not going to get to him.
Well, we'll have to do it.
Yeah. God, look at this beautiful bastard. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, a black tie and shirt.
Oh, God, I didn't even notice the black tie.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I was looking at the glasses.
I know.
Fuck, he's a genius. So, they have the knowledge, right? So, this whole thing was about the judge trying to figure out why you're impeaching me. All she wants to do is get the fuck out of here. Tim Robbins takes advantage of that, invites her to dinner so he can give her her suit.
Yeah. Under the guise.
Under the guise of, and nice, beautiful dinner.
It looked really good.
Oh, it did. He had a full bird, too.
Yeah.
It's like, where the fuck did he get that? But apparently they talked about the farms and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we know that they have agriculture down there. I was not, mushrooms.
Yeah.
He was like, it's in the mushrooms.
But it's like, as the scene unfolded, like, it made all the sense in the world. Like, you just can't have some rando going out to clean. Like,
right.
It's like,
even if it's the judge, I can't just let you walk out there.
No.
Even if we kind of know what's going on out there, I can't let you do that.
But
that's the shit that sparks rebellions, which is why Rebecca Ferguson, when she left, started this uprising.
Right. But I think, like, back to your point about the knowledge and stuff like that, what you're starting to see are the definite divisions within the. So there's the people who live down low, down deep, who are considered the poor.
There's the working class in the middle.
Yeah,
and then you have your 1%ers.
And there's and also too, like, I think eventually this is where, like, Common and or his wife are going to come into play, is that you realize, like, even among, like, the top, there's a division among what technology they use, as well as what access to information that they have.
Virtual reality down there,
right? So I mean, he had
monkeys and fucking tree frogs.
He had a fucking Oculus, but but I'm sure, like, Common doesn't have access to that.
No, I don't think anybody does.
And so all of a sudden, I mean,
Tim Robbins clearly goes home and jerks himself off to the monkey. Clearly. And then he cooks himself a fabulous dinner. Yeah. Because, he's...
with some fresh basil and mushrooms.
Just don't eat the mushrooms. Don't eat the mushrooms.
Yeah, it's... Well,
but
also, it's like, why would you grow poisonous mushrooms in this? Okay.
Hey, man.
Never mind. Yeah.
Poison's a big thing in Dune as well.
Yeah, you're
Apparently
right.
it comes from the innards of an animal. Like their bowels.
It's stink sack.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. It's stink sack. That will literally kill
We'll get to that.
Okay, sorry. Poison is a big theme this week, if you hadn't noticed. So anyways, Judge is dead.
Yeah.
3 people know.
Correct.
Common being one of them. I'm telling you, man.
Here, wait, who's the third?
The dead person.
Oh. So the dead person knows.
Well, I'm sorry,
dead.
5 people know because the 2...
oh, yeah, you're right, yeah.
So now everybody knows, but I'm just saying, at first, 3 people knew she was dead.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, I understand why he had...
The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Nerlin Nerds podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.